And on that note, this is actually the deck that I learned a nollie heel on. Between the shape and the added pop, nollie heels for me are pretty easy on this deck. Hey everyone, Anxiety Offline back again today for a quick video. Today I want to talk about a deck that I tried and immediately liked. Since I got one, it's been one of my most used fingerboards. I read an interview once with Timo Lieben. He's the owner of Blackriver / Berlinwood, and he also said this deck is one of his favorites. After trying it out for so long, I could definitely see why. Today, we're going to review the Blackriver 7-ply. Don't forget to check out my website, www.anxietyoffline.com. I have an array of fingerboard obstacles and supplies. I'm taking a little bit of a break on obstacles this month and next month. You can still get bushings. We're doing decks very, very soon and grip tape packs as well. So stay tuned for that. Check it out, anxietyoffline.com. Without further ado, let's get back into the video. So what I have here is a 33.3mm deck. These run about $54. This one has 32mm Blackriver trucks, abstract New Street wheels in tan, lightwork bushings, and FBS tape. I have another board here sitting here that has the same trucks and the same wheels, but it's a 34mm fingerboard. And the 7-ply fingerboard weighs about 1.5 grams more than that one. So on average, they're about a gram or a gram and a half heavier than a 5-ply fingerboard with the same trucks and wheels. It does feel like it sits a little bit higher than other decks. I think it's because of that extra ply, but because it sits higher, I feel like I can get higher tricks on it too. I can ollie and kickflip super high on this deck. The Blackriver concave makes it super, super cozy, and the shape's definitely a little more exaggerated because it has that extra ply, which I like. So it even feels a little more deeper and a little more higher than your average Blackriver Berlinwood, 5-ply fingerboard. I really do like the shape. I like the exaggeratedness of that extra ply and what it gives to the deck. And after using this one so much, I definitely prefer the 7-ply over the 5-ply, especially when it comes to Blackriver decks. I feel like the 5-ply one is just too light for me now. I've always liked heavier fingerboards, so I'm not really surprised by that. I still have plenty of 5-plies that I do ride and I like very much, but I do like the added weight of this one a lot. I do wish the rounding was a little better. It seems like the deck's a little bit square on the edges, but then again, compared to my other Blackriver deck, it's pretty much the exact same. I think the edges being a little bit squares, mostly just because of that extra ply. My other one is very, very similar. It's not like overly thick. It doesn't really look too much different than a 5-ply fingerboard, but it's definitely very substantial feeling, and you can feel a slight difference compared to a 5-ply. I feel like that added weight just makes it feel a lot less like a toy and gives it a more quality feel. I wanted to interject and add this one part. I highly recommend you don't get it complete and you build your own. The reason being, I think you really want 32mm trucks on this setup. I think part of the reason it functions so well is because of that slight overhang between the deck and the wheels. The deck is 33.3mm and the trucks are 32mm, so it has a slight overhang. And I feel like that really adds a lot of function to this deck. I have a whole video on why I think that slight overhang really kind of helps boards just function better. It definitely helps them flip easier, among many other things. Yeah, if you do pick one up, definitely build your own. Add 32s on there. 34s I think would be too heavy, in my opinion. I think that would add a little bit too much weight. I know I do talk a lot about how I like the weight of this fingerboard, but I think if it were any more heavy or if it were any less aerodynamic, it wouldn't function as well. So I feel like those 34mm trucks would really take away from the function of this deck, make it feel kind of overly cumbersome, too heavy, and I really don't think it would function as well. And again, that's all based on preference. It's all an opinion. I've learned through my 2 years of fingerboarding that I don't really like when my trucks poke out. I'd rather have the deck overhang than the trucks. I feel like the setup will just function better that way in general. If you disagree, let me know below in the comments. But I really feel like 32mm trucks on the 7-ply really, really do help just kind of give it a lot of character and help it to function better. So definitely go for some 32s, and yeah, I just want to interject and say that. So the added weight and the exaggerated shape is kind of a perfect storm for me. I use this board in all kinds of scenarios and it always shines. It flips with ease, and the added pop given with that extra ply just makes getting it into the air super, super easy. The concave is super comfy and it feels like it's hugging your fingers sometimes. This is a deck too that I can use in very awkward angles, or put it on the ground and kind of be crouching and still get my trick, because it seems like a very easy board to work with. It's very capable. And on that note, this is actually the deck that I learned a nollie heel on. Between the shape and the added pop, nollie heels for me are pretty easy on this deck. It's great on street or vert. I've even used it outside and took all like the bales and drops like a champ. I always am really impressed how Blackriver products hold up. Sure, they are expensive, but I've had some on the wall back there for 10, 15, 20 years, I think, even at this point, and they still function great. So in the end, the price is a little bit high, 54 bucks for the single deck, but I feel like it's worth it considering the quality really is some of the highest in the fingerboard world. You get this one deck with the Blackriver trucks and some wheels, and it would probably last you for years. Like, you probably need to replace the wheels and bushings at one point, and the tape, but the trucks and deck would literally last you for years, if not decades. I don't really know. Probably a long time though. It's probably one of the last fingerboards you'd ever need. Like, if I had to only pick one, this is definitely one that I would consider. Expensive, but quality. I really enjoy this deck. Nothing but good things to say about it, really. I use this one a lot, put it in my pocket a lot, take it with me everywhere. It's just a very satisfying fingerboard. I really do enjoy it quite a bit. So if you're considering getting a Blackriver 7-ply, you definitely should try one out. If you like heavier fingerboards, I definitely recommend one. They're a little bit heavier, but nothing crazy. And I feel like that added weight and the added pop and exaggerated shape just makes this thing just so fun to use. I love this deck so much. Alright, so that is really about it. I got a bunch more content coming soon. Gonna do a TP Dex review probably next week. 180 tutorial coming very soon. How to reinforce your concrete. If you got any suggestions, also leave them below in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys want to see on this channel. And don't forget to check out anxiettyoffline.com, where I sell an array of fingerboard obstacles and supplies. I also have a blog there and several YouTube playlists as well, so you can watch my videos on the website and all that stuff too. So, and one more request for today. Check out my other videos. I have tons of videos in my back catalog that people will come across and they will see that only have a couple hundred views, and they'll be like, wow, I love this video. I've never seen this one before. I didn't know you had this one up. So check out my old catalog. Check out my older videos. I have a bunch of content. If you're curious to know how to film fingerboarding, to know how to pour concrete obstacles, even know how to make your own obstacle molds, I have a whole bunch of backlogged content for you to go check out and to go watch. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, all of that. This channel is pretty close to being monetized, so any bit of support you can leave on this channel, on this video even, is a huge help for me. So really appreciate any support you can give this channel. The free support means a ton. By commenting, by liking, subscribing, that helps me out a great bit. That's what I got for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. A bunch more content coming soon, so stay tuned. If you're not, hit the subscribe button like right now. It's right there. It's totally free to hit that button too, so definitely do that. If you made it this far in the video, comment the word cactus below so you watch the whole thing, and I will see you in the next one. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay shredding. I'll see you again soon. Peace.